All right,
Oh,
welcome
actually,
to our next round of Paifu reviews. Here we're going to be featuring Anthony, Andrew, myself, and Bryant. Anthony, did you want to say something?
oh yeah, I just wanted to ask like how much detail do we want to go into questions? Should we just do like the big overall questions or like anything goes?
Yeah, so big overall questions are good, but if there's something that's interesting and you want to discuss, um, that's totally fine. You can bring it up. Yeah,
Okay, because I
good.
have a lot of notes, but a lot of them are probably minor.
Yeah. I mean that's good. That's good. Anything that you might think would be helpful to the conversation would be great.
Okay,
There's no
thanks.
restriction. Yeah. All right. So we'll go ahead and start. Let me grab one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just gonna like hop around the room, basically just asking everyone on at least the four players that are on the table if they have any notes for each particular round, and we'll go from there. So I guess we'll start with Anthony.
Okay, and should we focus on our own hands or if we have notes for everything?
Yeah, I mean, we can start with our own hands, and then if you had any comments on other players' hands after they've gone for this
Hmm.
hand, then we'll
Yep.
go and talk about that.
Okay,
So yeah, once everyone
sounds good.
has had a chance, to ask any questions they've had, for their own hand for this round, then we'll open it up to others who may have had questions about others' hands. Does that make
Okay,
sense?
cool.
Yeah,
Yep, that sounds good.
cool.
Then for my hand, we'll discard 5.
Discard number 5, turn
Yeah,
5.
turn 5 here. Yeah, I think I decided to throw the I decided to throw the form on here. I was wondering, both for discard 5 and there's this. So basically, I was just looking at forcing Sanchoku here, because I have like one like if I have all 3 Sanchokus and then the 5, 5, 7, 8, so then I have all 5 blocks. But I didn't know if I should like that's why I'm keeping this east here. But technically, like we can just improve the shapes and we can be happy. Like discard like if we attach something to the like if we get the 5 mod for example, like it's fine to discard the 1/3 pin and not necessarily for value because I'm getting Dora and then potentially could wait elsewhere. So I didn't know if forcing Sanshoku like this early is okay or if I should keep floating tiles for upgrades. Next turn I discard the 6 pin, for example, as well. So thoughts on that?
Hmm. I feel like that's not bad. Um, but has my calling of the chun impacted your decision at all? I'm just wondering.
A little bit. I mean, I don't exactly. It has been like a week since we discussed it, but yeah, I mean the East is safer than the Formon or some of these floating tiles that I have in my hand.
Oh no,
But I
I
mean, I
mean
still don't
like
think you're like. I wouldn't say that you are tenpai right now, right?
yeah.
So,
That's not what I was asking. What I was wondering was like, would it have any effect on how fast you would want to complete your hand, right?
yeah. I mean, the fastest way to complete this hand is probably just to call for Sanshoku. Like if it comes out and like just hope and like I get lucky and like attach things to the floating tiles, but I mean that's just luck of the draw thing. I think it's probably fastest to call. I was gonna do that either way. It's just whether or not I want to keep the slight chance that I get the upgrade over keeping this safer east tile.
My thoughts on this is that form only is a one side upgrade, right?
Sure.
And like when you get the upgrade, There's like nothing really that good to get rid of besides the 6-pin.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you could also do tone, but I mean your sanshoku blocks is hard to throw.
Right.
Yeah.
If we go to the next discard, open discard. Yeah, the 6-pin here. It's the same decision, I think. But I think this one is more clear, maybe. I don't know. I think it's the same thing, right?
Yeah. And this is
Okay.
great because now you can, on the very lucky case, you can have Junchan.
True. True. Okay, that's all I had.
Cool. All right, we'll move on to the next player. Andrew, do you have any notes for your own hand in East 1?
This is Bryant. Or please is Bryant.
Oh, sorry. My bad. Right.
Wait, are we doing all players for their hand and then ours for other people's hand? Like, if I have a question for Anthony, do I go now?
Yeah, let's
Let's keep
actually,
it on same hand. I feel like.
yeah, you know what? That's probably a better idea.
I'll be totally honest. This is my first real Paifu review, so like I didn't know exactly what to prepare for. I just knew I fell in the hole early due to dealing in to Ura, and my play from that point on was just trying to get points back.
Okay.
Okay. But I think we're reverting back to Anthony's hand for a moment here.
I'm just getting that out in the open.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's just stick to the same hand so we don't have to like jump back and forth.
Okay. Can we go to the 9th? The 10th discard.
Right here.
Yeah. Can you rank your choices?
Let's see. Did I end up discarding? I don't remember what I ended up discarding here. Let me just look at this hand again. I think yeah, it was either one so or the breaking the 1-pin 3-pin. One of the two. Because I'm thinking, well, I have the Anko, 1 block, 7/8, it's fine. Even though there's 4 discarded already. One, I basically keep throwing the ones that just keeps the iishanten, right? And then yeah, that's basically it.
3 pairs.
Doesn't
4 pairs? Yeah, technically 4 pairs, but it's quite late, I think. But
Yeah, I
Could you-
wouldn't switch into Chitoi at this point.
could you throw
But I
5?
mean, I'm technically still iishanten, right? And if I draw like 1 pin, for example, like after I discard the 1 so and I discard the 1 pin, I still riichi on the 6/9 weight. 150 on Roan.
What if here's an idea. What if you threw 5 so?
Yeah, possible.
I mean, I can see throwing. I know throwing 1 so is best shape.
Yeah, 5 so is good. Yeah, it keeps the isu chance. I
You
can see
might
it.
you can't, like, it's gonna kind of let's say you draw 1 so, right, and then you draw 2 pin. What do you do?
Then it's either a choice of keeping the Apeco or not. Probably just 5 so, right? Why just iishanten? If I draw the 2 pin, I can discard 1 mon. Draw 4 pin, 1 pin, I still hit tenpai on a good shape. And then of course if I draw 6/9 so I can decide. I probably just get the Ipeco weight, keep the Ipeco weight.
Wait, sorry, did you say you draw 2 pin and then you throw 1 mon?
No, I discard 5. Like I discard the 5 so Like
Oh,
if I'm discarding the 1 so here, draw 2 pin,
yeah.
then I discard the 5 so. Yeah. Just for the whitest iishanten.
Okay.
I guess it is kind of late, but not really. Does that make sense? And maybe discarding the 5 so here is better than the 1 so. I can see that. I mean, technically I am at 4 pairs though. The dream.
If you throw 1 so and then you draw another 5 so, do you go for the sanshoku?
Go over the sanko? Probably not. But I mean, maybe 7 8. Yeah, maybe actually. 4 of the 6 9s already discarded. It's not even that great of a gammon. Yeah. Discard 7 so 8 so then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just want to see what people thought of 5 so here.
Yeah, I think naturally I would probably throw 5 so here.
I can't see either, but it's a balance.
Yeah.
I guess yeah, 1 so is just more flexible in my opinion. Now that we discussed it, keeps toitoi open. I guess the sanko that you mentioned also still open.
I think 1 so keeps sanshoku
Keeps-
open, but 5 so keeps
Itsu.
itsu open. Kind of. All right.
Any input from Nima?
No, I think pretty much everything's covered.
Okay. Brian, did you have anything for your hand? Otherwise, I think it's probably better to focus on others.
Let's go on others.
Okay. We'll move over to Andrew's hand. Andrew, did you have anything to note for this one? For each one?
That's Bryant's hand again.
Oh, did I click on the wrong person again? There we go.
Just play pure efficiency was my original goal at this point.
Okay. So, in this case, you thought everything was good in terms of efficiency?
I don't recall having a tough decision in the very first hand.
Okay, I think I had a note that I thought was interesting. This Tumon?
Yeah, same.
Same.
Yep.
I don't know. Maybe I ran out of time.
Oh, okay. Well, having a second look at this, what would you discard?
Seems like a 4-mon would be the best discard.
Um,
I guess the question is like in the manzu suit, like what blocks do you see in there?
2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6.
So do you have what are the extra mon tiles in that you don't have or that you have?
A 5-mon would be the extra then.
Is you have an extra 5 mon?
2, 2, 3,
Say-
4,
say-
3, 4, 5, and 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6.
Oh, so there's no extra monzus then.
Correct. Yeah, so you have 3 completed blocks in your manzu suit.
Okay.
But even then, like it's still an interesting question. I think.
I think so
Even
too.
if it's not manzu throw, which one do you cut? And like, do people think you should make your pairing manzu?
I mean, I think you obviously don't touch any of the manzu because it's complete, but if you draw any manzu, like you could reasonably get a pair somewhere there, right? So for me, throwing 8 so is the most natural here.
Yeah, I think ASO is the most natural for sure.
Okay.
Is there anything other than Eitso that would make sense to cut? Because Eitso is like pretty standard, right?
Hey, what about Vorso here?
You lose your
So-
Dora acceptance.
So yeah,
And you lose your sanshoku chance.
If you have 3 blocks in manzu, you will not have sanshoku.
Oh, well, yeah,
the
you're
door
right.
acceptance is a real thing. I was just thinking that you're unlikely to be waiting on the Dora anyways, unless you're tonking on it. Okay, I mean,
It's possible you could just throw
it
a tanki.
definitely is still possible. Though. I mean, it's definitely still possible. It's just, of course, waiting on the pairing of the. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
With this 6 mon, would it look? What would it look like?
I guess I was trying to force a possible Ipeco event around somewhere along the line.
Like after?
I probably should cut 8 so at this point. Or
If you're
not,
going for Ipeco, why not just cut the form on?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the 3-3-4-4-5-5-6-6 shape it's a fun one.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or sorry, but yeah, like the Ipeco with your pair on either side. Okay. Any other comments about this?
I have one here. Oh, sorry, this discard. No, this discard. I also.
Nope.
Okay, then I have something at discard 12 on this hand. I think. This is right after the reach.
Yeah.
I think a dangerous tile was thrown here. I don't actually know which one got thrown, but I was like, what was thrown here?
Haku's safe.
It might be the next turn.
Oh, Haku's. Oh, sorry. Yeah, maybe it's the next turn. No, that's. Oh yeah. Was it here? Basically, I was saying that you discard the form on here. You oh yeah, maybe not the one of these things. Basically, if the form on's safe, and then you keep your iishanten. So if you actually draw the Dora here, so if you say you just got the form on, which is at least safe to me, and then you draw the second another Dora, then you can fight with this hand probably. You might be able to fight this hand. I don't even know if you want to fight with this hand, but
I think I gave up at that point.
yeah, but you would have Ipeco Dora 2 with a good weight. You see three pins.
I mean, I think 3 mon is also basically safe. It's
Well,
covered.
I was just trying to find a fighting hand here.
Yeah.
So like if you discard the four pin here, then you at least still have a chance to win the hand.
Yeah, 4 mon is definitely, in terms of safety, it's it's both Gambutsu. compared to the 3-pin, and then yeah, I think the reasons that you gave are good.
And I actually don't know if like would you push the, like say you did just got the Formon and then you drew another door here, Dora Ipeco with a good weight.
Yeah.
Could you
Possibly
can you push the
tanyao
5
if you
so?
hit the 4-pin.
Yeah. Can you discard the 5 so here against dealer reach? Probably. Can
Yeah,
you
just why not?
just shove it?
Pinfu Dora. That seems pretty good. I push.
And eBay.
Okay.
It's not Paifu.
And it's not painful.
Wait, if you draw the Tuso?
You have
On one
Onko 6
4-pin?
mon.
Huh?
You on
Oh, I didn't see the 6-mon. My bad. My bad. Okay, not Pinfu.
I mean, I would probably even push Doratanki if you finish the 1/4 first.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool.
And you would call the 4-pin?
The value goes down quite a bit.
Because you also lose the Ipeco.
You lose
if
the
you
Ipeco,
call.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure I'd be willing to call at like this late.
Okay.
But I mean, if it's gonna be Mongon, then you can push pretty much anything.
I'm not sure if people are seeing this, but I mean, you can also Sun Uncle on 5 mon.
You would have to push multiple dangerous tiles first.
Yeah, if you wanted Sun Uncle, you would have to push a dangerous tile now, right?
You'd have to push the Sozu, yeah. Right?
Yeah, but right now it's not worth pushing.
So no.
So you wouldn't go for the Sanako.
No. You draw Sun Uncle here instead of the 5, so would you push door?
Yeah.
Okay. I would too.
Oh, like you would reach for the Sanako 1-4? Pushing Dora.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically Mongon.
I'm scared of cutting Dora against the dealer. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay.
I didn't see Chito as a possibility.
As a possibility in what way? Like for your own hand or for
the Riichi hands.
Pom.
Okay.
Pom.
Why Pom?
To match speed. I figure I could Kutsuki the 6 mon.
Well, the Kutsuki, because I mean, you have to throw Dora, and your other tile to stick things to is Tuso, which, like, you would need the last for. So
no, I had no intention on sticking to 2.
Oh! You would just trade it for another one.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not saying it was a good decision. That was probably my reasoning at the time.
Yeah, I can see the line of reasoning, but I don't think that if you're going if you're going along those lines, of reasoning. Well, first of all, like, you should, if you're going thinking, okay, well, I'm gonna just go fast, right? Then shouldn't this be 1 mon so you can maximize your acceptance there? You would have a Kutsuki with.
It probably should have been. I don't know why I did that.
Okay.
Is there a reason, like looking at this hand now, after you draw the 5-pin, where you would want to keep the 1 mon?
Tonki 1 mon for your toitoi, Lamau.
No, that's a real reason though.
It could have been that too, yeah.
I mean, it'd be better to shampoo because you might, like, the Tonki might get messed up.
Yeah. With
Actually,
like,
maybe
because you
that's
could also accept the 3 mon.
actually
there.
maybe that's why I threw away the 6 mon at that point. I was going for toitoi Dora.
It's hard though because like 3 mon also, but yeah.
I like the 6-1 discard.
Yeah, I see it. Still, I think for the force opone, the speed you're gaining, it probably is not worth the value you're sacrificing.
That's fair.
Like, yeah, you got closer to toitoi with this, like just because you oncoed up the 5 pin as well, but you're still not necessarily guaranteed value. And if you just keep the hand menzen, like the shape is good enough that you could riichi tanyao, maybe ipego, and it would be big enough that way.
Yeah, like here, you could see this lower manzu as 2 blocks, right? With 2 mon being your pair, you could draw another Dora, draw 3 mon.
I think it's more reasonable to expect the 4-so to be your pair and stick something to the 6-mon for tanyao.
Okay.
Because you'd have to draw 3-so and then also, finish the lower manzu.
Right.
I mean,
part of
you
it
can
being your
also
pair.
reach for the lower manzu.
You can, but then again, you'd have to draw 3-so first.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So keeping it menzen, tanyao, reach tanyao, possible ipego. That's potential manga. Whereas if you call, you are basically just tanyao only.
Yeah, if you call, you're either giving up all your value or you're making your shape not so good. Because like the way you get value after this call is toitoi, which is either shampon or tanki.
Right.
I do have a thing I want to point out.
Okay.
The let's go while we're here. While you had the 6-mon in your hand after. Did you guys consider 3-pin as a possibility?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to point it out.
Gross. I do not like the 3-pin discard. But
Yeah, I mean, I would just throw 1 mon, but I mean, like, if you're committed to toitoi, then I could see it.
It's not just toitoi. I mean, keeping the 6-mon for Kutsuki is not bad. If your final weight is on, if you finish one more thing in
yeah.
you're gonna be.
I do think if the goal was speed, so you would try to just go for like a fast tanyao hand or something like that, you should have probably cut 1 mon earlier. You probably don't want to hold on to it for that long.
I think it's because I oncoed the 5-pin
Uh-huh,
that quickly is why I changed direction on the fly.
But then why do you keep the 1-mon over the 2-so immediately after the poem? Because if you're looking at tanyao, then you can't use the 1-mon.
No, that's what I mean. It's just
But that was before you got the 5-pin, the third 5-pin. Because the 2-so can be used for the tanyao. Like you could tanki, or you could pair it up, and then you just be tenpai. And if you end up on a tanki, like you draw 6-pin, after cutting 1-mon first, like you could tanki on 2-so. It wouldn't be bad.
that's the difference between 52 and 8,000.
What? No, we're talking about if you're just looking for the tanyao immediately after the 4-so poem. Go back a turn. Poem the 4-so. If you're looking for tanyao, you should just cut 1-mon right here. You're still keeping the 6-mon for the kutsuki, but then if you just pair up 6-mon or 2-so, you'll just be tenpai. Or if you draw 3 6-pin you can take the 2 sotanki if you want.
That makes sense. I see what you're saying.
Here,
Oh, this is yucky.
If you were folding, why not 4-pin?
Well, the first question should probably be, is this folding?
I mean, two pins a push.
It's not a big push.
Yeah,
but
it's one chance.
It's not a safe
It's
out.
a small push.
Yeah. Well, I guess let me preface this by saying, like, the first time I saw this, I didn't think toitoi was a possibility. So, but now that we've discussed that toitoi is a possibility, I can see, you know, if you were thinking about toitoi, then I can see the reasoning.
Yes, this is a small push in case someone discarded 4-pin genbutsu that I could bone Tanaki on the 1 line. That's probably what I was thinking at the time.
Okay. I think 3-pin might be a little bit, like, safer because it's Suji and 1 chance. But I guess it doesn't matter too much.
I mean, it matters.
Sorry, how is it 1 chance?
You see 3-4 pins?
I mean, I think it matters because you can still probably go back for tanyao if like 1 mon passes or something like that. Maybe.
Makes
Or
sense. You could use your 5-pin to stick something to.
Is it silly to recommend discarding the 1 mon here?
Well, I mean, you could.
But you
Like, you
You
would
could.
just take tenpai.
It's Kabit. Right?
It's Suji.
Oh, wait.
it's both.
It's both.
It's both.
Oh, 4 mon. Oh,
Not
I
that
see. Okay, yeah.
It's Suji and
I mean,
it's
if you
Kabit.
deal in, it's big, but
Yeah, if you deal in,
unlikely.
they got, you know,
Even
at
though-
least more than 1.
Even though you're furry ten, it's like your weight is. I feel like it's good enough to try to kill the reach hand.
And then you can also like draw around it and draw something else and maybe try to fix it. I don't really know. But...
Yeah, I personally would just take the tenpai. I mean, it's...
Which tenpai?
The 1-4?
No. Throwing 1 mon. I mean...
So the 1-4...
It's not just 1. It's 1-4-3-6.
Hold on.
It's 1-4-3-6, yeah.
I see.
Oh, you can't win on the 1, but yeah.
And you're 40-10, yeah, so 4-3-6, yeah.
Do we think Toyman has 1 mon? Or do we think Shimocha has 1 mon?
Shimocha? You think they have, like, Atozuke or something? Yakai?
I don't know.
Well, what's left? Just Hatsu? I think if Shimocha has 1 mon, then they're probably not tenpai yet.
Right. Then Toyman doesn't, and we can probably push, right? Or we would feel safer too.
But I don't think we can say with a high degree of certainty that any other player on the table has 1 mon. Like, we just don't know who has it. That being said, I would still just cut 1 mon here.
But would you say that throwing 2-pin would be okay?
I think if you're gonna throw 2-pin, you should probably throw 3-pin.
Okay.
If you're expecting people to throw Riichi Genbutsu, assuming that the other players are folding, then you want to make it look more like you're folding, and throwing 2-pin is not not really gonna look like folding to the other players.
Okay.
Can we go back to the one so discard?
The one so?
Yeah. I don't think it's good to cut one so here. Even though you might kind of think it's kind of unnecessary if you complete it into a Noviton because you look like you have a pair elsewhere. But then, if you consider your pair to being manzu, with 3 mon, 1 to 2, so there'll be a 1 2 3. I think you can't give up the chance for sanshoku right now. I think you can just cut tone, honestly, and keep that sanshoku chance.
How long would you keep it for?
Depends on the rest of the hand, honestly.
Yeah, like I mean, there's still space in the hand to keep it.
Okay.
I think that seeing that far ahead to Sanshoku is a little bit of a stretch, but I do agree that there's space to hold it, so like might as well.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity. I don't think keeping a tone is worth.
This is a 2-3-4 Sancho here, or 1-2-3?
1 to 3, ideally.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't see that far.
I mean, it's not really realistic.
Yeah. But if you draw 3 so, like 4 so is a good floating tile anyways.
True. Okay. Any other comments about this hand?
We're not talking about other people's hands, right?
Is there something that like it's from someone else's hand?
Yeah, from your hand.
Okay, that's fine.
We can discard 6. Ruin. Why did I write this note? Maybe I'm trolling with this note. Put 2 pin first, but I don't know why. I just think it's safer, but maybe it's not.
The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was still thinking like honitsu is a possibility, which is
What?
why. Yeah.
Honitsu?
Wait.
What?
Sorry. Never mind.
Well, I think,
Never,
yeah.
wait.
What?
Sorry. Wrong note. Never mind. Wrong note.
Okay, I could be trolling on this. Oh, maybe it was with the north discard, like keeping the north instead of the 2 pin. Might have been this draw.
I wrote throwing pay was a mistake.
Okay.
I
I think it was
noted that.
this draw.
Oh, and then like hold on,
And then
later
further on the same thing.
later on, this was also a mistake. I was looking at my notes, and then someone reached, and I was like, all right, just throw hatsu.
Yeah, I also noted this one as well.
So what should you discard instead?
2 pin because it just passed.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, moving on to East 3. Let's see. Anthony, any Anything to talk about for your hand?
Yeah, discard 4. Here, I think I discarded the West, which is probably standard. Oh no, I discarded the 2-pin. Okay. I discarded 2-pin because I thought I had enough blocks here that I didn't need the 2-pin, but
Tuso, you mean?
probably, yeah. Sorry, 2-so. But technically I have sanshoku chance here. Far away. But so I didn't know whether or not it was okay to throw the 2-so here. Maybe I just start out with 6-so. Anyways. Fill my blocks. Obviously 2 blocks in pinzu, pair in manzu.
Isn't
Maybe 2 more blocks in manzu and like a floating tile if it improves. That's what I was thinking about.
If you're thinking
isn't
of sanshoku,
5? Yeah, 5, 6, 7's a more realistic sanshoku, right? Because if you're gonna go for 2, 2, 3, 4, you have to cut one of your diamonds.
True. 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, if you're thinking
I was
of
thinking I would cut the 9. I could cut the 9-mon pair. Potentially. I could, if I draw like the 3-so, say discard the West, draw the 3-so, or discard the 6. Yeah, discard the West, draw 3-so. Like technically, I could think of my blocks as 2, 4, 6, 7, 7. Like the 7/7 could be my head, and then I get sanshoku with the still with all the Ryamens without needing discard one.
Well, I mean, if the 7-mon's going to be your Janto, then you lose that Yanman.
I lose the 6, 7. Yeah, true.
But oh, did you have something?
No, go ahead.
That being said, I think you could make a case for just cutting 9-mon right now.
cut 9-mon right now.
Yeah.
That's also fair
Yeah, you
for value.
yeah, you're looking for tanyao, and you could get like any number of sanshoku. Could be 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. The reason why I didn't cut 9-mon was because I felt like my hand was already fast. Like I didn't need it necessarily for value because I thought my hand was fast enough with technically 3 Yamens, and I just connect somewhere else. Like I was expecting to be waiting on a good wait, but yeah, you're right. I don't have any other value necessarily. Maybe 9-mon is fine.
I mean, cutting the West is just normal, but if you want to keep that relatively safe tile, I think you could just cut the pair of 9-mon right now. And I don't know if you can say this hand is that fast. Like you still have no Mensu, and 2 of your Yanmen are overlapping.
True.
You can. I feel like if you weren't concerned with tanyao value, I think 7-mon is also okay. 9-mon is dead.
So cutting 7-mon just for safety, and also keeping your Sozu open.
It keeps everything open, and you still have a shot at the loss of maybe 2 tiles.
True.
Yeah, and keeping 7-mon anyway. If you onko up your 7-mon, it's not going to even be that good because you just lost all your value pretty much.
Yeah, fair. It's not like I have guaranteed Ramen weight anyways. Okay. I don't know.
Kind of curious what people like now.
Well, I mean, I like Shaw.
I mean, you probably just should cut Shaw. Like you're not gonna really lose anything for it. It's not like 9 months that dangerous anyway. It's safe against 2 players.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think the reason why I kept the shot. Well, the reason why I kept the shot was one, I thought I had enough blocks, and 2, like my hand. Yeah, I don't have. I need good draws in order to actually get into tenpai, even though I do have good weights. Like I still need several turns in order to actually get into tenpai. So I thought keeping a safe tile here was fine, but
Yeah, kind of like Naimon, I guess.
Yeah, if I had to choose not Sha, then I think Naimon is probably best.
Cool.
Okay, any other comments about this hand before we move over to Andrew?
Nope. Oh, sorry, not for me.
I'm scrolling. Sorry, I'm scrolling through my own questions real quick. Give me 1 sec. No, not for this hand though.
Okay. I probably should have wrote down turn numbers. Okay, I think it was this one. I don't think one mon is a good choice. But
So I guess first we should ask what is the reasoning behind cutting the one mon here?
yeah. Andrew, do you have a...
No, I don't have. I can't think of why I cut the 1 mon here.
What would you cut if you're playing this hand right now?
8 so?
Or all right.
Seems reasonable.
So if we're cutting the 8 so, that means we're losing out on the complex sozu shape, right? We're losing out on 7-8 so to make the pair.
I mean, yeah, I think your options here are probably like 8-so or like 7-pin, right? But I don't really
Those
know,
would
actually.
be the normal choices, yeah. So then what's the benefit of keeping the 7-pin?
You can draw one more Dora.
It's a good floating tile. You need one more block. You could use one more block.
You could use one more block, yeah.
Do you need
I
one more
mean-
block though?
I mean,
7-pin's mostly for value, right?
it's for the Dora, that's all. If you don't think you'll draw another Dora, I would cut 7-pin over the 8-so. Because
Your 6-8 is a gacha.
well, you can draw more sozu to hopefully get better stuff. I don't really know.
I mean, even if you cut 8 so, you're not really missing out on
Mhm.
fixing the sozu shape. Because like you could
Mm.
draw 2 so, you could draw
Mhm.
4 so, 5 so, you could even draw back 7 so, and even though that shape would be Fuditen, it's still a 5-sided weight, and it's like, well,
Mhm.
that's totally fine.
Okay, so
So
you cut the 8-so here?
I think cutting 8 so was fine.
Okay.
You just have to understand the pros and cons behind each decision.
Yeah, and then if you draw another Dora, that's always good, you know?
Yes.
I personally like 7-pin, just goes straightforward efficiency with one door in hand, but maybe this is just red 5 mahjong talking.
Oh,
Dora 1 and
well, I mean that's an interesting discussion point. If you were playing with Akkas, would that change the decision making from 8-so to 7, or from yeah?
I mean, isn't it just standard that like with Dora 1 you already reached Dora 1 is enough? Like you can, even if you draw like the 7s or the 8-so after you just got the 7-pin, you're fine with
Akkas, I could
taking
still
the
get a Akka
honcho.
5-pin, so I wouldn't necessarily remove a 7-pin here.
Yeah, it would lean more towards keeping the 7-pin, right?
Yeah, isn't Riichi Dora 1 relatively stronger without Akkas?
True.
Okay.
So yeah,
thought
I
we
guess
would-
maybe then it's stronger to throw the 7-pin then. Well, at least it's more straightforward to me that you don't need the value here.
Yeah, I mean, imagine you do draw like into a Ipeco with 2 Dora. That's gonna really hurt someone, and you can't even dom it.
Wait, I mean, you're still
I
not
think
getting
that
to a
was
good weight.
comfortable.
I mean, I guess your value increases, but your weight's still not necessarily good. And it still takes a while. You have to draw the 8 pin and then you have to build.
You
your
could
attempt.
draw an iPad.
Yeah, 9
Yeah, you could
pin
draw that.
Kanade's not horrible.
Mm.
You have value, so you don't really care too much, I think.
All right.
Bryant, you said, did you have something?
Nope.
Okay.
Later on, I think what you drew form on.
You're talking about this hand?
Yeah, still.
Each.
Yeah.
I thought this is kind of a interesting weight that you chose to reach.
I see.
Agree.
Hmm.
I think I didn't even know my weight at this point.
Do you know
It's
what the
like-
weight is? Wait.
To be honest, no.
Okay, can you figure it out?
Like you either cut 6-0 or 8-0, right?
Yeah.
So, well, I mean, okay,
You can
technically
cut
you can
3-0.
cut 3-0. You can cut 3-0, but there's no reason why you would cut 3-0 out of your Anko to be your pair when you can cut the Tsuji that's in the connected shape, the 6-0.
Well, I think we should just ask Andrew like what the benefits of even all three discards are, or the pros and cons of all three of them are.
Well, I guess first, what would the weight be for each, right?
Yeah.
If I cut 6-0, the weight is 7-0.
Yes.
Just 7 so.
There's more.
Oh. 147.
It's also, isn't it also like 8 so?
Sorry, 2.
8 so Tanki.
Seven so 8 so?
Yeah.
So if I cut 6-0, it's 7-0, 8-0.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 7-0 Conchon if you treat the 3-0 as a pair, and then 8-0 Tonki if the 3-0 is an Anko.
Okay, and then
8 so. What happens if you discard the 8 so?
3 or 6-0 is the weight.
Mm-hmm. And I guess lastly is a 3 so.
Then it's just this
7-0 only.
Yep.
Yeah, so with that being said, what would you think the best one is?
Probably 6-0.
Yeah, I think that's the best one here.
Yeah, this is not a very common shape to see, so it's like understandable that you'd miss it.
And
Me too.
yeah, I was still getting used to 10-0 time. Like I felt very rushed during this game since I was unaware of how much time
Spoilers:
I had.
the shape happens again in the Santron.
Oh no, I'm bad at reading shapes.
You got to practice. I posted that thing in resources.
That's true. I can read it now. I can figure it all of them out. Got it.
I'm just saying it's a poor excuse, but I did feel very rushed during this game.
Well,
Just unfamiliar of how much time I had remaining. It's not a large indicator like the other platform.
No worries.
All right. No more questions.
okay.
This is why I don't play on Tenho.
This is why you gotta practice your shapes.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. East 4.
discard 12, I think. I didn't actually look at the
Oh, yeah,
amount, but I
so
just
that-
counted. Here, I guess the question is whether or not the hatsu. Did I say? Wait, no, not this draw. Next draw, probably. This draw.
Whether the hatsu was okay?
Is, whether or not it is too dangerous to discard here or not. Do you want me to give my thoughts first, or?
Yeah, how about let's do that.
So in the game, I didn't discard the hatsu, and I still think it is too dangerous here to discard. We have our Toyman with guaranteed Mongon. So I guess, but there are no hatsus discarded yet. So
There are no hatsu
anyway,
discarded?
no other. Oh, sorry, one hatsu discarded. Oh, I didn't even see that even in the review. Wow, I'm blind. Okay, so one hatsu discarded. Probably saw it in the game, but anyways, when I was doing the first review, I didn't see it this time though. I'm blind. Okay, anyways, so I guess hatsu's safe against the guaranteed Mongon there. And I guess it's no one else necessarily is dangerous. There's no Dora anywhere else. So maybe it's safe. It's okay. 2 open calls, no Dora. It's probably tanyao only. Everywhere else, tanyao's not tricky.
Yeah, I guess the natural next thing to ask is, okay, you know, there's only one discarded, so okay, I won't be dealing into Toyman, which is good, right?
Yeah.
But it's still a little weird that, you know, nothing else has come out. If I deal in, what's the worst thing that can happen? I think is the natural next question, right?
Yeah. I probably estimate 2,000 or 1,000. It could probably be 1,000, right? Just hatsu.
Yeah, it'd be hard for it to be more than 1,000 or 1,500 if it's the dealer.
For the dealer, yeah.
Yeah. I just thought everyone was tenpai, but probably potentially tenpai here already. So I just didn't want to risk my points, even if it's just 1,000.
Wouldn't it be beneficial to you to deal in 1,000 or 1,500 instead of Toyman winning a big hand? Like it would probably be better to actually pay 1,000 than lose
Yeah, if he
2,000
sumas it.
or if if they sumo.
I agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too
That's-
mad paying 1,000 for that.
That's fair. But other people can do the dirty work for me, you know?
Yeah, and then not even just that. Like if someone else decides to call it, you're increasing the lateral point exchange.
So in that case, Anthony would just be throwing safe tiles against me, hoping it deals into someone else.
It's more of like your iishanten. If this hatsu deals in, the worst that happens is you pay 1,500. So it's not even a bad exchange. Like if this goes to the Ukyoku and everyone else is tenpai, you're paying 3,000.
I see.
And if it's just 2 people tenpai, then you're paying 1,500 anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not like this is a safe tile to throw, and it's not like you're necessarily hard folding against Toyman. It's just the worst case scenario from throwing this hatsu is on the better side of the spectrum for you.
Okay. Even that, yeah, iishanten is still good enough to push like 1,000 points. Worst
Yeah,
case.
and like this hatsu might not even deal in.
Right. Okay. That's fine. Yeah.
All right. Let me go back. Wait, hold on. Was Bryant's hand interesting enough to warrant talking about here?
I have notes on Bryant's hand.
It felt
I have
very
notes on,
strange.
like, all of Brian's hands, almost.
It felt very strange.
Just kidding. Probably just half of them.
Let's talk about this one because I feel like it kind of stood out to me at least.
Mm.
I guess the question is like, what are your plan? What's your plan?
At which point?
Starting from the beginning, I guess.
Yeah, let's just say from this point because 9-pin's pretty obvious.
Is it that obvious?
Is it that obvious? Yeah, that's my question.
I mean, it's not wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to keep my floating yakuhais, because they're my yakuhais. A little too early to. Sorry, even if I want to commit to chanta, it looks like I have enough block.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
Okay,
can't really
yeah.
chanta that hard with this.
Okay.
Any thoughts on forcing honitsu here?
Forcing honitsu here? I don't like it.
You have 4 blocks in honitsu.
But you gotta go back. Break
You're going back
completed block.
1,000 points. I guess it's 1,300 points for potential 39. Potential 52, I guess, if we're counting Fu.
I mean, it could be even 8,000.
Because if you don't take the honitsu here, then you're likely 1,000. I mean, you could pair up the yakuai, but then wouldn't you be happier going for honitsu if you pair up your western?
Yeah, I like going for honitsu here, cutting the sozu.
So just start cutting 2 forso.
You would probably start with forso, and then if you draw back 1 so, you could switch back to chanta.
Oh.
Okay.
So then what's the 5-mon cut?
The 5-mon cut, right? This is what I was thinking. I am a little inclined to, force the chanta, but even if it does not end in chanta, I think having that shape as a final weight is not bad either.
You
Feel
mean like the
losing
7-8?
not huge.
So like you're imagining calling chun and pei, and
Yeah.
then you end up waiting on 7-8 mon.
Exactly.
So you're like going pretty much straight for a cheap hand.
Oh. I mean, if I give one more yakuai and chanta, even
I mean,
post-riichi, I think it's all right.
I don't know if you're gonna. That's a lot to ask for, man. I think the honitsu is more reasonable than the chanta here.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, Bryant's gonna will it into existence. Don't worry.
With a shape like this, I would probably just cut the sha because it's 1 cut. But I mean, I could see cutting the sozu for the honitsu. If I drew like another good manzu to stick something to, then definitely could start cutting sozu. Or if like paired up the haku. But I don't think it's worth forcing either chanta or honitsu from this stage. Like if we cut the sha last turn and then we make this mensu, I mean you could just riichi.
Yeah, reach is pretty good.
Reach chun pei. Yep.
The fu goes over. It's very nice.
No, I could see Shaw.
Yeah,
Shaw first.
I think
Just thinking one cut. But I mean, I would personally just force it. But yeah, shove probably reasonable.
Yeah, I mean you're iishanten. Otherwise,
Yeah, true.
like, yeah, like your iishanten and like the shaw's not even the best tile to
Good.
stick something to. Like if it were, I don't know, a 2 or 3 mon, then I'd be more inclined to force honitsu with his hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, shot's good, I think. But if that chun comes out, are you gonna take tenpai, or are you going to, or like, are you gonna call for tenpai, or are you gonna call and force honitsu?
I'm gonna call for tenpai because that shape allows me to do a tanki as well.
Yeah, like assuming you can call the pay and then switch to a tanki.
So
I think if you get tenpai from this iishanten, you kind of have to take it. You're not super desperate for points or anything at the moment either.
I would definitely take tenpai.
I just think this has so much potential, but yeah, I guess you're right. It's early.
So why the 8 so? Keeping it. Seems kind of interesting.
I mean, isn't this for chanta?
I mean, there.
I mean, I have enough safe tile, so I didn't care about the shot too much, and it's completely dead.
Then if you don't care about the shot too much, like, yeah, doesn't that mean you could cut it even earlier, like when you hit the 5 mon?
No, but it's 2 cut now. It was only
Yeah.
Well,
one
yes,
cut back then.
yes, I know that.
Yeah, now it doesn't give me one more point.
You know what gives you one more point? Riichi.
Snap.
Oh,
Huh.
Niso's dead. I just wanted to stay in tenpai.
But you didn't
but you
want
passed
to
the
call
chun.
the chun. What happened to?
I think I misclicked here actually. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
likely story.
I would definitely call it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's no call button on.
Oh, you
Bryant
had the no
never-
call checked?
Bryant never turns on the no.
That's
Dude.
true.
No.
I
don't
missed my
turn it off,
call
I
before,
literally,
okay?
like,
I've done it
missed
before, I understand.
No,
Like,
Oh, I
Brian.
clicked on the wrong area.
Did you right click?
I did
I've
not
accidentally
click.
canceled.
I think I just missed the button.
I've definitely canceled runs by accidentally right clicking.
ah!
This is why you turn on auto win.
I also turn on auto win.
But yeah, like if you're gonna assume that you can switch to tanki by calling the pay after calling the chun, then you absolutely call this chun.
I know. You absolutely call this tune.
Okay, I think the rest is just it just stays like this, right? Okay, yeah. I just thought that.
What was that 5 pin wait? Is this the this is the other time that it happened?
Wow, spoilers. We didn't get there yet. It is, in fact.
Moving on. Andrew, did you wait? This is Andrew saying, right? Yeah. East 4. Did you have anything in particular for this hand, Andrew?
Well, I got the value from the tone call, and I was just trying to be tricky, but it didn't work out for me.
What's your plan?
Trying to be tricky is not a good idea.
I realize that now.
I thought was kind of weird.
You thought what? Well,
Never mind.
never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, cutting the 9 so is normal.
I was still thinking discard 8, or I don't know, somewhere around.
You
8.
would discard 8.
No, sorry, no, it's somewhere around discard 8.
Turn 8.
Turn 8. Sorry, I don't know if that's.
Also, yeah, when taking notes, it helps to just reference the turn number.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, my bad. I just counted.
Yeah, just go 2 more turns, I think.
I mean, we
So-
should talk about the 9 pin discard though.
True.
So, like, what's the thought process behind cutting this 9 pin here?
Oh, I think it was this discard.
Like I said, trying to get someone to think they could throw a 6-pin. That
Oh,
was the
what-
idea. Whether that was reasonable or not is up for debate.
Why does cutting the 9 pin make people think they can throw 6 pin? Like,
Long sushi.
no, that's not a real thing. If anything, you would rather cut 5 pin and make people think they can throw 8 pin.
Fair.
But do we think that cutting pinzu is the right play from this hand?
Probably should cut 2 mount.
Why is that?
So if I pull on the tone, I could just drop the 8 sword.
On that line, wouldn't it be faster you just throw 3 mon now and you tenpai on tone? Like
you're right.
those 2 mons your pair.
Okay, you're right. And then we'll be back to the original argument of throwing 5 pin to wait on 8 pin, right?
I actually think it's still an interesting discussion whether or not you want to throw 3 mon or 2 mon.
Mhm.
Here, okay, there are 3 1 mons discarded, but say there are less 1 mon
I
discarded.
mean, I think by cutting the 3 mon, it also enables you to call the tone, right?
Well,
Yeah, 3
even
mon
if
is the
you
most efficient,
Oh,
right? But
hold on.
my thought was that if you don't
Oh
think
yeah,
that
you could still
tone is
cut 8
coming
sword, right?
out,
Hmm.
It's not.
then discarding the 2 mon gives you some flexibility. Like it gives you a potential good weight that you can reach on.
Yeah, so like cutting the 2 mon is expecting the tone not to come out.
Yep. And I was thinking like if the tone does come out, you can throw the 8 so and still. I mean, you're not tenpai like you would have been if you discarded the 3 mon, but it doesn't hurt you. It doesn't
I
put you
mean,
back in shanten.
I think I wouldn't mind taking a 2 mon tone shampoo, so like I'd personally probably keep the 3. I mean, I'd probably cut the 3 mon.
I think if you cut the 2 mon and then you pwn the tone immediately after that, or before your hand changes again, you would not cut the 8 so.
Yeah, you could discard the
You
5 pin or something first.
Or 9 pin.
Or 9 pin.
Because
Yeah,
you'd be
whatever you want.
Onko headless.
Oh right. And also like 9 pins out too. So if you end up on a tonki or something.
I mean, you could just not choose the 9 pin in the end.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you're right. Yeah. But then, cutting the 9 pin first makes it easier to hopefully draw a pair maybe in your other pinzu or something.
Right.
I mean, isn't the uncle hitless a little bit worse than normal here? Just wanted to point that out. Because Nice was dead.
You mean because 9 pin's dead?
Yeah, both of them.
What does the 9 so have to do with it?
I mean, if you're switching your uncle into a pair.
What?
I was saying if you were to like do a 7-8, 8-8 trade, that's not an option. In some, I'm comparing to some cases my point is.
Okay, I mean that would take multiple steps, so it's probably not the most reasonable expectation anyway.
Yeah, it is not.
So, just coming back to the 2-mon versus 3-mon here.
I guess so.
I think because 3 1-mons are discarded, it's fine to just discard the 3-mon. And but if there were less 1-mons discarded, I think there's. I actually don't know what the right answer is.
I think that's valid. This board does seem interesting.
I mean, if we're gonna add reads into this, I would say the 2-mon looks pretty good. So you could cut the 3-mon and expect to be able to get the 2-mon.
Yeah.
And then if you end up like tenpai on it, and if you like reach it or something, 2-mon looks like people might cut it. I don't know.
Maybe.
People might cut it.
It's possible.
With the super early 5-mon Tadashi.
Yeah. The only thing that might hold people back is that why did you hold that 3-mon for so long? But you know.
True. So hey, I wouldn't notice.
I mean, usually from a 2-2-3 shape, you wouldn't really discard the 2-mon in most contexts.
People would more likely think that it was like 2-3-3 or something. But yeah, I think 3-mon is fine.
3-mon.
Could you argue one benefit of throwing 9-pin is you can upgrade to a Yeoman with the 4-pin?
That is true in itself, yeah.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that one. Okay,
I see.
But I mean, like, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You're gonna learn to read your shapes, please.
This is the review session. You know how you take a test?
This
you
is
get, like,
literally the exact same.
Yeah.
What are the chances?
Oh my god.
What are the chances that the exact same shit comes up?
Hey, at least you hit.
No. I actually did misclick this one.
No,
I wrote it down like I 3-pin mistake. Oh, actually, I just wrote miss. I don't know if that means mistake or misclick, so one of those two. Could have been both.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay, that is East 4, and then East 4 Ipumba.
Good. I have discard 9. Turn 9, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this. Yeah, I think I guess it's here. I just said my notes are. I don't know what I'm doing with this hand. Should I call would I call the hatsu? Am I gonna early bail this hand because my hand is trash? I think, in my opinion. And so I guess that's an open question. I mean,
At the time, you were just like quote unquote trying to sanshoku.
yeah, I kept the 6-pin for the sanshoku. I mean, technically, I guess I have easy chances. Yeah, I mean, I probably misplayed this hand a lot, but I didn't know what to do with this hand. I took a lot of time on like these discards. Because I don't know if I would call it the last hatsu. I probably wouldn't, but because it's
The
cheap.
last haku.
Or haku, sorry.
I mean, it would depend on the board, right?
But my hand is so. Yeah, I guess it could depend on the board.
Would you consider calling for a Haku Otozuke? Like calling 7 mon?
Let me think about it. And the reason why that's better is because the haku are safe tiles to keep around.
Right. Like calling doesn't use up your
Um,
save tiles.
I didn't think about that in game.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because if you call 7 mon,
Yes, it
then
seems good.
Then you're
Yeah, it seems good to call the 7 mon.
then you have your good weight, I guess, on 1/4. So
Yeah, I think calling 7 months looks good. If it comes out, yeah.
well, would you? But only 7 mon, right, Nima? Like this one so is probably no good.
Calling this one so is probably overdoing it.
Okay.
But I could, like, you could. The thing is, though, is after you draw the 8 so, and then you cut the 5 so, you have the backup chance for Yaku for the 6, 7, 8 sanshoku.
Yeah.
So, like,
But
if you call 7 mon, you could cut 2 pin, for instance, and then if something bad happens, you could cut pair of haku and then try and get sanshoku instead. Like, it's not unreasonable.
Yep. Sanshoku Dora 1, I guess.
Yeah, so you end up passing the haku.
Yeah, I ended up passing the haku when it came out. And then I think onwards I was just like, I'm not winning this hand.
Yeah, manzu are very expensive. I think it's fine to pass both haku.
And then I think that discard, the 6 I discard, I put Amon first. But I think it's just like safety order. I think I just misplayed the safety order. But yeah, that's all I had.
Pom. Chi.
Is 8 months still okay? I think if you were thinking, okay, I'm not gonna win this hand,
Oh yeah.
you should just start folding here with like haku, right?
But then is it gonna last until the end?
Yeah, that's the only thing, right? 6 pin, it's not safe against Kamicha.
1 pin is, I guess.
I mean, one
relatively safe.
pin's relatively.
Yeah, 1 pin, because all the Yakuhai are out, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, 1 pin should be fine.
Yeah, all the Yakuhai are
It
dead.
should be 1 pin first. Yeah,
But
I mean,
like, yeah, like you're not expecting Shimocha to have much value anyway, right?
well, I thought he could have. Okay, I don't know. This hand is kind of scuffed, or his hand is kind of scuffed. But I thought potentially it was could be. Well, okay, maybe that's only after the A1 call, where there was potential Sanshoku. Maybe that's not even valid.
Also, this was the hand where I called out Bryant in the middle of the game. Like, why the heck why the heck did you
Why do
throw
I have
6-8 after the 7 Tsumogiri?
I'm just so confused this round. So I mean, I should have just fully bailed correctly. I think 1 pin looks the best.
Yeah.
I apologize, but I have to excuse myself now. Something came up.
Oh, okay. Thank you for joining, Andrew. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for pointing stuff out to me. Once again, I'm still new to this. And
Yeah,
Yeah,
no problem.
thanks for joining. Yeah.
We'll pick it up next time, next week for the next part. Yeah.
Yeah, we're how many East 4? How many times? How many range shots?
This is the last East 4.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're almost done.
Yeah, we'll just talk about Bryant's hand here, and then we can just pick up with Andrew in the next part.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, is this hand is there anything else for this hand that we're looking at for Anthony?
If you want to take a look at the first hatsu, but that's I didn't have I think not calling the first hatsu is fine. But maybe I'm just naive. Maybe this is actually.
I think it's fine. You pass.
Yeah, I think passing is fine.
Yeah, the hand's a little far.
All right.
My preference were for Andrew's hand.
Yeah, we'll talk about Andrew's hand next next
We'll do
part.
that next
Yeah, but I guess with the remaining time that we have, can we talk about your hand, Bryant?
Go ahead.
Okay. Hold on. Well, I guess. Is this slim down? Like, what were you thinking here?
Slim down.
The 3-pin?
Yep.
Is there a particular plan that you were thinking about?
Keep some safe tiles. What value do I have? Trying to get. I know it's super far, but it's Itsu or Sanshoku.
Sanshoku?
Yeah, I see it.
Wait, you see the Sanshoku here?
Super far, I know, but
789.
Oh.
yeah, 79.
Wow.
I think the sanshoku is closer. Or sorry, the itsu is closer.
I mean, yeah,
It
Itsu's
is
closer. I think Itsu's the more obvious one, but
I'm just keeping my options open. That's why I didn't throw the knife in.
Well, no, I mean that's
even if it's not. I mean, I can use a pin. Easier that way.
yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering if this is a little bit too early to be slimming down. Like you could just throw your G high.
I mean, also both Jihai's like Yako high, right? So it's not.
But like, is this something that you should do?
I cannot recommend it.
No, I actually like this. I think it's the slim down's fine. I don't know if I. Yeah, I would do. Actually, I would. I think it's fine because you kind of just want to attach things to floating tiles. And the 9, at least the 9 pin is fine to keep. I mean, I would discard one of the west, for example. One cut already. You're not gonna expect to pair it up and call.
If you're mainly looking for value, though, can't you cut Formon?
Is Pinfu not enough value?
If I want a value, do I
Right now.
want to cut Formon? That's exactly what I was thinking later on. I thought about it, but I mean, I would take the Pingfu if it comes.
I mean, what I'm looking at is keeping the 3-pin would be helpful if this becomes honitsu.
Okay.
Because if you're gonna get Itsu, that means if you just miss a bunch on your Itsu and you just draw a bunch of pinzu that don't finish your Itsu, like you could just look for honitsu instead. Also, if you pair up your Jihai.
I see.
I think that's forcing it a little bit.
Yeah,
you
but
don't
like,
even have anything paired up, and you don't even have blocks to make your honitsu.
but if all you're looking for here is the value, then the Formon doesn't help with the value.
I mean, I think
I mean, we're not in Southport, right? I mean,
No.
no, but I think even if you cut Formon, keeping the honitsu option open doesn't necessarily mean immediately calling and forcing it.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna call from the shape.
Interesting.
But-
I did not. I
No,
did not
that's interesting that you guys would just get the form on here. But I think looking for itsu is good. Or yeah, it's good. But I don't think the west or the chun actually helps that much.
No, yeah, normally you just cut the sha, the west, yeah.
Because like
I
later
was
on my
asking
notes,
myself, like the honitsu, right? I think it's gonna be tough for me to get rid of 7/8 element. And then if I miss a bunch over there, right? Am I really gonna give up a pair and an element for it? I didn't think the answer was yes. So
I
did not
mean,
consider it.
it's not impossible.
Yeah, I know it's not impossible. I just think it's so unlikely that I did.
like obviously you can get god draws. If you
Absolutely.
draw the west and then draw the chun, then
Yeah, I
you can
honestly I
can-
don't see any. Like
I don't see any of them.
this is just so not honitsu in my book.
Yeah,
No,
I just
but,
thought
like-
cutting 3 pin wouldn't lose that much.
No, but like Anthony said, if you draw the sha and chun like immediately, then this looks a
Yeah,
lot more like honitsu,
god
doesn't it?
draws. It does. I'm
Okay.
not saying it's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you draw those two in the next 2 turns, like you're probably going to be okay dropping the yamen and
Mhm.
the toitsu.
And then in that case, having the extra 3 pin around would be useful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
form on, not bad.
But no, you just should probably just cut shot here.
Yeah, just cut shot.
Here I just have form on too early. I think. I mean, I guess we were discussing this.
Yeah, I also wrote down form on sacrificing too much, but I guess if
I
you
just
got
like
god
everything
draws,
here.
you can draw the shot on the chun.
It's a little harder now that you cut the 3 pin and then you also drew the 5. So
Yeah. So I think form on just sacrifices too much.
yeah, this is looking a lot more like a normal pinfu hand.
Okay.
And it like if you like 5, 6, 7 sanshoku is going to be closer than 7, 8, 9 now.
Yep.
Okay, you said you ran out of time?
I ran out of time thinking about if I should cut a 7-mon or Shachun.
How do you run out of time on the 4th turn?
Look,
I
see,
find
Aaron-
that comment rude.
See, Aaron, clearly you're not thinking long enough at the beginning of the Kyoku.
Okay.
No, like that's like half joke, but like half real. Like at the beginning of the Kyoku,
Half joke.
at the beginning of the Kyoku is when you should be like planning out how you're gonna play the hand for pretty much at least the first half of the Kyoku. And with a very bimyo hand like this, it takes a lot of thinking to figure out what the best path is.
Okay. So in that case, Bryant, what would you discard now?
Chun or Sha.
Okay. You said you considered 7 on? Because why? I didn't hear.
I mean, this is enough shapes. I kind of think it's enough.
So you're expecting the 9 pin to become another block.
Yeah, or just some complex shape at Sozu, 2.5 blocks, or pair up.
I don't know about that, man. Should probably just cut Chun. And not even worry about it too much.
There's something at 11, or roughly 11. I guess we'll keep going. You can step through it. I'll just say when it happens.
Keep going.
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
This seems a little interesting to me.
Oh, what
I
would
kind
you-
of just ignored everything related to the furry tint, like the 7-pin. But yeah, you can discuss it. You can discuss it.
Well, I mean, like even if you didn't throw 7-pin before,
If I did not throw 7-pin before, I would absolutely not cut that one, man.
if you didn't throw 7-pin before, then what would it be?
Four so 7-mon? 7? Four
Okay.
so? Or even 5-pin?
Chi. Chi. Pom. Chi.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, the first call I thought it was too early to call the 6 so. In the sand.
Is that? Hold on, let me think.
Pom.
I guess I'm thinking like is 6. Someone could have 6-7, right?
Yeah, you should just cut 2-pin here.
Yeah, you don't even have a chance of accidentally drawing the 1-pin because they're all dead.
You know what I was thinking at the time?
What?
I was fairly confident that Toyman and Kamicha was not tenpai.
So why 5-pin?
Because on the chance that 2-pin comes out, I don't have to draw again.
Interesting.
But
Is-
by like, yeah.
Is cutting 3-pin an option if you don't think Toyman or Kamicha are tenpai?
It is also an option, yeah.
Just 2-pin.
Yeah, if you're not like sure that Toyman and Kamicha's not tenpai or not, then definitely 2-pin.
Is 7-mon even okay? I mean, you thought they weren't tenpai, so I guess. But like, do you want to expand on that? Why didn't you think they were tenpai? You said Toyman and Kamicha
I didn't think they were tenpai, no.
because of the Toitsu Toshis.
They just look like they're folding.
Yeah, Kamicha followed with a 6-0 when Shimocha threw 6-0.
Uh-huh.
I thought 7-mon was safe enough to throw against Shimocha as well.
How so?
Like it could deal in, but like I feel like the chances does not warrant me my K10.
Because only Brian and Nima call out of an
Ananko.
Ananko.
What?
We're saying like it might deal into 5-6, right? 5-6-7. Like, but that means they would have had 3 5s already, and then they pulled the 5.
Shouldn't you be more concerned about like hanchans at this point?
Conchans?
I guess not, because there's not even 8s, huh? 8 is 1.
You see three. Wait.
I just thought it was okay overall.
1, 2, 3. You see 3 8s. I guess it could be.
I mean, you would be more worried about Kanchan, I think. Because for them to pwn out of 5-5, 5-6, that means they had the 6 for some reason, but they have another pair somewhere, which would be kind of strange.
I mean, I think even if it's dangerous, like, I think sacrifice, like, I think it's still a valid push, right? 1500.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even look that dangerous.
Like, even if it was dangerous, I feel like the push is fine. So
Wait, even if it was dangerous, you would just push for K10?
I think so. No. I mean, I guess it is high
I
day.
mean, if they
Okay.
call one more time and then like Tadashi 6.
It's high day.
High day, yeah. But still, I mean, 1500 points, 1500 points, yeah.
I mean, like, if you drew Dora high day, you're not going to throw it.
It's like a 2000 points, 2500 point swing.
Yep.
All right.
For the first call, can we go back to the first call? There were probably one before the first call, actually. Here, I thought with that 7-mon discard, isn't Forso just more efficient? Is there a reason why you didn't want to take the
A little
more
bit
efficient?
of
What was that? I didn't hear you, Brian.
I didn't finish the sentence.
I actually don't. I put it on my sheet, but now looking at it, I don't know. Right, because it's part of the summon chun, so you discard the pair from the summon chun rather than from your Ramen. So I guess my question is like,
Was more of a.
did,
I thought 7-mon's gonna be more dangerous later.
okay. And then I guess the call that happens right after this here. I thought this was too early to call. I guess it is end of second row. But I thought your shapes were fine. So I didn't see a reason to call here, I guess, when you don't even have guaranteed Yaku.
Especially because it's the Sun Mention, right?
Yeah.
Didn't care about the Pingfu or the Riichi Pingfu. I just wanted some K10 money.
Oh, so this is a K10 play.
But
Yeah, of course.
won't you? I feel like you can still go for K10 later on, right? Like shouldn't you expect your 3-6? Like your Sozu shape should complete relatively earlier than your other shapes, right? So if you're pushing for K10, it's still not speeding it up that much.
Chi. Pom.
I also don't want to draw.
You also
Brian,
don't want to draw? Is that what you said?
I thought you liked drawing tiles.
No, you know I don't like to draw tiles.
You don't like to draw because you don't want to deal in to.
I don't want to draw anything that makes me want to fold.
I mean, you were okay with throwing the Hatsu, the Shonpai Hatsu.
I mean, I don't think people are gonna roll me on this one. my plan was to just safely get the K10. And like if I get a hand, then I get a hand. It's whatever.
Okay. I guess my thoughts are that your Sozu safe is your strongest shape, so you don't really need to call that. It's like 3, 6, 9, 4, or so are all like just I'll put you in the right shapes, right? So it's not really necessary to call the Sozu if you're just going for K10.
I think moving it forward to Shanten is alright, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Anthony. Like, I would
Boom.
not call this.
Would you
I feel like
call?
I was gonna say I feel like calling this 6-0 is like so pessimistic. Like, I'm not like don't even have a chance to win this hand, even though you're down men, some men, down Shanten. Like, it's pretty good still, even after the misclick or the running out of time or whatever.
I think that affected me mentally too much.
Oh,
Wow.
Psychic damage.
He felt a disturbance, and the occult came out.
I feel like it would be rude to win.
it would be rude to
He
win.
still took 3,000 points.
If you're not tenpai, it's not really on me.
You saw my hand.
Wow.
Okay, that's all I had for.
Okay, yeah. So Nima, instead of like doing this, is there any tile that you would call?
From this shape?
Yeah.
No, I'd want to keep it manzen.
Just okay. Just don't call anything.
I agree. I mean, I still think these shapes are great.
Like, the board's really weird. It's hard, like, because Hamicha is not throwing Pinzu, Shimocha is only throwing Pinzu, Toyman's like not really throwing manzu. But I don't think that's gonna affect the decision making to the degree where you're gonna just give up on winning this hand.
Okay.
Chi.
Did you want to look at your hand, Aaron?
Sure. Yeah, we got a little bit. We got 10 minutes. Or sorry, 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, then I just have something on Discord 12. I guess when you called.
When I called.
Chi.
Yeah.
Chi.
Here, yeah. I just put the call doesn't actually help you that much. Yeah, it doesn't help enough to justify calling it, I guess. Is what I wrote.
Yeah, I mean this one was basically just for K10, right? Because
right, but even if you're going for K10, I feel like it's still.
Well, I mean it
help you enough.
Makes me allows me to accept a 4-mon, right? That's the reason for that.
Yeah, you upgrade your contract to a Liamen.
Right. I mean, I'm not saying it's not an upgrade. I just to call it in order to get this minor upgrade. I feel like. I mean, your hand is still able to complete, right? Before calling the 2-mon, like if you draw the 7-mon.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because like the 3-6 looks really bad. 3-6 pin.
True.
So like.
Chi.
I mean, it's still Dama on it, right? Likely to come out.
If you're calling for K10, I'd be more inclined to call the 6-pin than 2-mon.
Chi.
It was also in response to Toyman's call.
So, in response to someone looking like they're advancing their hand, you choose to make your hand unwinnable?
Yes.
Haite, dude. Haite.
No, this there's only 2 4-mon left. Like, it's not even worth.
Okay. Would
if
you?
you had Yaku, I would be more okay with this. But
Okay, but so
going
you're
from-
saying calling the 6-pin is also no good. No good.
I think if you're giving up on winning this hand, then calling the 6-pin, since it actually gets you tenpai, is much better than calling the tumon, which is from iishanten to iishanten, removes your menzen, removes your yaku, and then you're still not tenpai.
Okay.
Are you secretly reasoning that you want to be tenpai even more because someone else looks like they're going to be tenpai and you don't want to pay K10 or something?
No, I was just thinking like it's basically third row, and I want to keep my dealer. That was it.
If you want to keep your dealer, then you should draw instead of calling a tile that does not advance your hand, because
Okay.
you might draw a tile that actually advances your hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, I said I'm not okay with calling Tumon from iishanten to iishanten, but I think you could pwn 9 so if you're looking for K10.
Okay.
I also think that like if it was late, like a little later than this, like turn 15, you can definitely call the 2-mon probably if like the 8-mon was safe or like if it was fine to discard it. But-
I disagree.
You disagree?
Yeah, because
For K10?
you're wasting your
Sure,
a
sure. You're wasting your
draw.
draw because you're tenpai.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair.
yeah. I think it gets worse the later it gets.
What was the suggestion? I missed it.
Sorry, I was suggesting that later on it would be okay to call the 2-1, but I think it's valid. The point Nima brought up was valid that it actually is worse to call it later on.
With Neo.
Yeah, thinking about it more, I also agree.
So Nima, you would call 9 so for you would pull 9 so because you can get a pair with 3 and 6 mon, and also
or 4 or 5 pin.
or 4 or 5 pin, and also you can get it from other people which would not skip your draw.
It's
Yeah,
not
and
about
even
skipping the draw.
No.
It's that if you don't think you're going to be able to win this hand and you're okay going for K10, calling 9 so just makes your tile acceptance so much wider.
Okay. Okay.
It's Minko headless.
It's what?
Minko headless.
Minko headless.
headless.
What?
Wow. It's not
what?
Anko headless, it's Minko headless.
Minko headless.
I don't get it.
I'm learning
It's okay.
things
It's not
today.
a real thing. No.
It's
Like,
just
it's not-
headless.
Yeah, it's just a headless. It's a headless tenpai, right? Or a headless iishanten. Because it doesn't matter. Because normally, if you're headless iishanten and you finish a manzu before you finish a pair, you end up on a tanki, and that's not always good because it's generally going to be bad shape. But if you're not going to win anyway, it doesn't matter what the shape is as long as you're tenpai.
Yeah. Alright. Cool. Don't call.
Chi.
Yep, that's all I had.
Yeah, never call.
For
Okay. Well, I'm gonna end it here then. This will be part 1, and then we'll continue next week with part 2, starting with Andrew's hand for East 4. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.